The United States has over 300 ports of entry, and not all are created the same. There are some good, and there are some bad. Let's go over the top 5 U.S. ports. What's going on, guys? Welcome. My name is Joe Franza. Welcome to the channel. This channel is all about being a U.S. merchant mariner, so if you're interested in something like that, please be sure to subscribe. It really helps the channel. So, being that I'm a U.S. merchant mariner, it only makes sense that I'm going to go to some U.S. ports. And to be honest with you, the majority of U.S. ships just bounce from U.S. port to U.S. port to U.S. port. So, being an American sailor, expect to go to American ports. So just a disclaimer, in order to make it on my top 5 US list here, I had to have gotten off the ship and actually explore the port. Working on cargo ships, you're in and out of ports all the time. And I can't tell you how many times I've been on a container ship that's been in and out of a port within 24 hours and it just wasn't worth getting off the ship. Or I was on a tanker and it's too hard to actually leave the terminal and make your way to the gate and get out of the gate, so nobody gets off. So out of all the ports, in order to make this list, I've had to actually got off the ship and explored the port. So yeah, let's get into it. My top 5 favorite US port. Number 1 is going to be a bit controversial, so yeah, but there is no substitute. It's definitely number 1, hands down. All right, number 5. Baltimore, Maryland. So in 2017 to in 2018, I was on cable ships that were in and out of Baltimore. So number 5 was the hardest one for me to come up with. Clearly Baltimore isn't the best place, but I spent so much time there. The cable ships have their main hub there. And the nice thing is when they are in Baltimore, usually they're doing some kind of maintenance or they're on standby or loading cable. So they're there for weeks at a time. For that reason, number 5 is Baltimore. But it is a really cool town. I mean, the port is walking distance to a bunch of bars and restaurants, and really getting to know Baltimore. Phelps Point is a really cool area. The old cobblestone and walking up and down with all the old architecture, very, very cool. Locust Point is the neighborhood where the ship is. There's a couple good breweries down there. And there was World of Beer, RIP, it's not there anymore, but World of Beer was a great place. But yeah, Baltimore is number 5. The list will get better, I promise. Nothing against the Baltimore, I love Baltimore, it's on my top 5 list, but the list will get better. Alrighty, number 4. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So in 2017 and in 2023, I was on tankers that were going in and out of Port Everglade. So if you've ever worked on a tanker before, chances are that you've been to Port Everglade. And once you hear you're going to go to Port Everglade, everybody loves going to Fort Lauderdale. Not only is it a super short pilotage, I think it only takes a half hour to 45 minutes to get alongside, but everything's walking distance. In Port Everglade, you can walk to the beaches in Fort Lauderdale. It's a super close walk. I would be on watch for a couple hours, and I would have enough time to just walk down the ship, go through the gate, and be at the beach in 20 minutes. Laying on the beach, looking at the ships, then I walk over and grab a fish taco. It's super beautiful down there. The weather's great, the beaches. Yeah, Fort Lauderdale is an easy number 4. If you're enjoying the video, please be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel. Alrighty, number 3. San Diego, California. San Diego is not a big US port. It's rather small, but for some reason I have been in and out of San Diego like 5 times in my Merchant Mariner career. I was there in 2018 and 2019 on cable ships. I signed on to the heavy lift ship in San Diego in 2023. And also I went to go work on the research vessel in 2025, and they were based out of San Diego. So needless to say, I've been in and out of San Diego on ships way more than the average mariner. For some reason, I don't know. However, San Diego is a great port to visit. Again, with the walkability, everything is super close. You can walk out through the gate and you can walk to Gaslamp, and you can take Ubers everywhere super easy. And San Diego is a very, very cool town. Also, I'm a bit biased. I have a couple friends in San Diego, so every time I'm there, I was able to see family and friends, which definitely helps. But yeah, and the weather is perfect in San Diego. Anybody who knows San Diego knows it's a cool place. Alrighty, number 2. Honolulu, Hawaii. So back in 2019, I was on a cable ship and we ended up in Honolulu. That was my first time in Hawaii and it was absolutely amazing. But then in 2022, I was on the cruise ship that circled Hawaii. So every Saturday I was in Honolulu, and Honolulu is such a cool place. I mean, Hawaii in general is awesome, but where the ship would go in was right by Aloha Tower, so you can walk to Waikiki Beach. Just the whole vibe of Hawaii, the food, the culture, it's just such a cool place, and Honolulu's so small that everything is so accessible. And while we're talking about Honolulu, I might as well throw in Kauai on there. Kauai is the small garden island, they call it. And that place is also freaking beautiful. Every Thursday night, the cruise ship would end there, and there was a beach and a resort, not to mention the Nepali coast. So that place is absolutely stunning. If you can't tell, this list is kind of heavy with really good weather and beach towns, kind of make the list. And what better place than Hawaii? Before we get into number 1, I want to give an honorable mention to Valdez, Alaska. Now, in order to make this list, I was supposed to get off the ship. And while I was in Valdez, unfortunately, it was during COVID. So I didn't get the opportunity to get off the ship and actually see Valdez. However, while I was there, you're surrounded by mountains. It's stunning. And the one night while we were leaving, we saw the Northern Lights, and it was absolutely spectacular. So even though I didn't get off the ship, I didn't want to put it on the list because I'd never stepped off the ship, but Valdez, Alaska is absolutely spectacular. And number 1, McMurdo Station, Antarctica. In 2023, I spent 12 days here on a heavy lift ship, resupplying McMurdo. I know McMurdo's a little bit of a reach, but I can't not put it on there. Going to Antarctica was one of the craziest experiences of my life. When we came in, just getting to McMurdo and going through the ice sheet was an experience in itself. That was the craziest day of sailing I've ever had. The penguins, hundreds of penguins, pods of killer whales everywhere. It was like being in a National Geographic show. It was insane. And going through the ice, following the icebreaker was so freaking cool. I think this year the ice was supposedly 5 feet thick, something like that. McMurdo. It's like no place on the planet I've ever been to. Clearly it's in Antarctica. It felt like a Martian outpost or something. It was this frozen rock and all these metal buildings. It was a very, very cool vibe, and everyone who worked down there was very, very chill. But they had, while we were down there, we got to explore Scott's Hut. That was awesome. And then we did the hike. Me and my buddy Noel went to Nob Hill. There's a little hike you can do. It's only like a half mile up this little hill that overlooks McMurdo on the ice sheet. We actually went up there and hung out for a little bit. And I brought my GoPro with me and set up a couple time lapses, and they are by far the best time lapses I have ever got. Yeah, McMurdo has to be number one. It's too unique and crazy not to be number one. The percentage of people that have been down there is so tiny. I am honored to be in that group. I think it's like 0.001% of the population or something have actually been to Antarctica. So yeah, number one is McMurdo Station in Antarctica. You know, looking back on this list, this is the most random assortment of places I think I've ever seen. But it is what it is. And be sure to leave a comment telling me what your favorite US port is, or your favorite city for that matter. But yeah, that's my list. Tell me what you think. Let me know what your favorite US ports are. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. And while you're at it, why don't you check this video out, all about my top 5 foreign ports. Thanks again, guys. See you later.